good evening. Welcome to Actoroke, set in the world of Chaldea on Gen Con TV. That's the Twitch channel. On Gen Con Video, which is the YouTube channel. Also World of Chaldea, which is the YouTube channel. So there we are. This is the beginning. This is it. The start.
Yay.
The start of a new series. Series 3, which will be titled Gravers Dig. Graves, dig. If you watch the coming soon video that we just played, there might be undead in this scenario. Uh-oh! Uh-oh!
I'm so excited. This baby.
There may be. We are here streaming live from Gen Con Studios, and we run Actoroke programs every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Gen Con, on twitch.tv/Gen Con TV. So tonight is kind of a special sort of thing. Usually what we do in Actoroke is we have an RPG session, and then a week later we have a script reading of the screenplay adaptation of the story created in the RPG session, and we record actors performing that screenplay, and then we edit it and have a movie night. So RPG session, script read, movie night. From a game at a table where we create a scenario to the movie is 2 weeks. That's mayhem. So give us a break if the quality of the video isn't always top notch. We edited it in a week. Okay, I edited it in a week. Although now I have reeled Steve Connard into my madness, and now he's not only the editor and the art director and the website director, whatever. What's a website? Anyway, webmaster.
Game Master Webmaster?
He is also the our FX specialist, yes. So so I think our videos are going to get even better. And today, Tinnel was teaching me how to do color correction. Who knew that the skin tones could be so much better? Okay, so what we're going to do today, well, first of all, I'm going to introduce everybody. I feel I'm sitting here blah, 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 blah. And so start with you, Mike. Introduce yourself.
My name's Mike Boozer.
That's good enough. No, I'm just kidding. Mike and I have known each other a really long time.
I'm a friend of Peter's from way back, way too long ago.
Back in the glory days.
In the glory days of Wizards of the Coast. So I'm a dungeon master, a game master, a DM. I've been playing D&D for 40 years and running campaigns for about 35. So I was roped in, threatened, cajoled into doing this. I'm very excited, actually, to do this kind of interaction with actors and role-playing and doing role-playing, run a good campaign, and see what Steve does with that script.
Yeah, that's right. That's I, as the editor, am totally at the mercy of what Mike does, what the players do, and what Steve does. Oh my gosh, by the time it gets to me. Whew. Okay, so we're going to go around the table. We're going to start on my far right with Lexi and Anne. We'll start with you, Lexi.
Hi, I am Lexi the First. I've been playing D&D for over 10 years now, and I was in season 2 of Actoroke, so I'm back with a new character, and I'm really excited to be here. Hello.
Oh, and where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, pretty much under the handle Lexi the First on all platform, pretty much ever. I'm all over the place, so yeah.
There you go. Okay.
And hi, I'm Ann Carlton. I have been a part of Actoroke since the get-go. I was an NPC named Sally in Season 1, Rainbow Undercloud in Season 2, and I'm really excited to be back for Season 3 for as yet unnamed character that we're going to create right now today. And if you want to follow me on the internet, you can find me, Ann Carlton, on Facebook or Instagram, Ann Carlton Fantasia.
All right.
I'm Bryce Bebop. I've been gaming for 25 years now. I do a lot of work with Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and that's how I got roped into doing this. This is my first time I'm Actoroke, so I'm pretty stoked on that. And I'm going to be playing a character with this guy.
Hi, I'm Dylan Smith. I'm going to be performing in this season of Actoroke. I was in last season as a character called Cookie,
Okay,
the
Cookie!
Russian pirate, I guess.
Cookie was a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Makes brew.
Yeah. And I'm back to play an as yet undisclosed character, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, and to you, Malia.
Hi, my name is Malia Woodley, and I am going to be acting in this series of Actoroke. I did guest star as a pyramid alewife in series 2, and my character's name was also unknown because no, I didn't know what it was. I was just there for the fun and to serve drinks. And as far as my D&D experience goes, I'll admit I'm super new, so I'm just here to have a great time. And you can find me on Instagram. My name is, again, Malia Woodley on there, Maleah, for those of you that need to spell it out. And thank you so much. Excited to do this.
All right, I am Megan Karimianosser. I will be the role player for Malia's character that we're making together. No, I'm bad at intros. Okay. I was in the first season as an NPC on the actor side, and then I was in the second season, and then I played Rainbow together, and I'm excited to do it again. Yeah.
I'm Andy Doporowski. I've been gaming for 30 years, but I stopped because Peter said to come do this. I was in the last season of Actoroke as Helios, the half Minotaur, with IBS apparently. You can find me as YLF Andy. That's Yankee Lima Foxtrot Andy on like all the stuff. I do videos, movies. I'm a producer. I work with zombie orgies occasionally as well, and a bunch of other things. I'm a voice actor. You'll get sick of me pretty quick.
Yankee Lima Foxtrot. That's your lame friends.
Yeah, it is your lame friends.
Hi, I'm Rennie Eructo. I've been gaming for a long time.
I'm in so much trouble.
Many years.
But he just started spelling today.
It was too end of the alphabet heavy. That was the problem. If I was ABC Andy, he would have been fine.
This table is ruthless.
Okay, and we only have 20 more seconds for
All
introductions.
right. Anyway,
Rennie.
Rennie Eructo. I work with a lot of creators at Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. You can find me at Rennie Francis at. Well, that's on Instagram, and that's my middle name. Don't laugh. Yeah, Rennie Francis on Instagram. You can also just go to zombieorpheus.com and find a whole bunch of really cool stuff there. That's it. Oh yeah, and I'm playing with this guy here, Andy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all for doing your introductions. Okay, so let me describe a little bit what we're going to do in this Session 0 event. Those of you who are experienced RPGers and up on the latest train, you know what a Session 0 is that's where like you get together and create characters kind of before the first session of role-playing and talk it through, and I don't know, maybe there's a psychiatrist there, I don't know. Anyway, so this is our Session 0. For Actoroke, Steve Conrad had this idea that like maybe we should get the actors and players together at the beginning to kind of create a more perhaps cohesive, like try maybe get the player and the actor on the same page about what this character is about, and so that maybe they're not, just it might be helpful. And also I think for Steve, because Steve, I know that he appreciates that he'll be able to write the scripts better if he knows earlier in the process, knows more about the characters, and so having this conversation will just help us all. So it's the first time we've done that. So what we are going to do is for our agenda tonight, we are going to go around the table and talk about each character, and I have some little things that everybody hasn't seen before that will set some things in motion for the character that we'll use that to start with. And so we will start with Lexi and Anne and let them talk about theirs. And then as they're talking about their character, they're going to like, hey, I have this idea. They're just going to brainstorm about what this character's going to be like based on some things that I'm going to give them. And everybody else is free to jump in and suggest things. But I want to be clear kind of where, who has ultimate responsibility for what. So now, as the player, Lexi, you will have ultimately decide the character's class, the character's alignment. Throughout the series, you will decide what the character does, what the character says. I mean, you have a lot of control over the character's story arc. It's originating with you, and don't feel bad. Don't worry about the actors feeling bad about it. The actors are used to being given a script. Actors love to here's my script. Just go along with the script.
We already have to deal with all of this.
That's true.
So what the actor has responsibility for, well, clearly the character looks like the actor. The actor is performing this character. So you can't say, Lexi, that you want to play a male dwarf or something. I mean, no, Anne is clearly not that. So you can come up with a concept that so the actor gets to decide what the character looks like. Also, the actor and our costumer, Layla Aram-Panahi, got together and collaborated on what the character is wearing at a base level, sort of the basic costume of the character, which will, and we've put some restrictions on what the classes are based on what everybody's wearing and stuff like that. The actor also gets to decide the accent of the character, and that will determine a lot about ethnicity. So, like ethnicity within the range of a Caucasian woman, right? So, and then also the actor gets to decide the voice. The actor has a certain voice that he or she or they are going to bring to the table. If there's a way of moving, the actor gets to do that. So don't decide that your character has a limp or something like that, because that's really more the actor's prevail.
Purview.
Purview.
Got you, fam.
Purview. We are always learning here at Actoroke. That is the Actoroke way.
The actor's voices prevail.
So we're going to do all that with Lexi and Anne, and then we're going to go around the table and do the other three characters in the same way. And then we're going to have a break, and we will wrap the actors. The actors will leave, because then the players will actually roll up their characters using, and Mike will step in as a DM and be very heavy-handed about how that's going to happen. He's going to lay down the law.
All right, then.
Nice.
And, old school.
I want to
This is
watch.
like, what,
I mean, you
3d6?
can stay
You only get 2d6. What are you talking about? You got to earn the rest. No.
Oh no!
So that is, that's the dealio. Okay, so let's go here to your character, Lexi. Here we go.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. And just so that you and I have something to look at.
Ooh.
So,
Look at you.
so this is an armored warrior, and she picked Irish as an accent, so she is a Celt.
Do I have to do that during the gameplay?
No, players don't have to worry about accent.
Okay.
No, you're just playing the charter.
But you
But
can.
Can we?
If you want to, you
I've
can.
got,
Yeah.
3 weeks till our next
I actually don't encourage it, because it's almost in some ways that you're almost fighting with the actor in a way, right? Like let the actor do the accent and let the player just be comfortable and play
So I'll just slip
D&D.
it in
If you did a
as a
Scottish
treat.
accent, would be great.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
This is a bonus.
No.
Your lucky charms.
All right. Okay. So your home kingdom in Chaldea is called Dorsang. That is a kingdom that is very Celtic inspired in terms of its mythology,
Okay.
its folklore, its so forth. But now you're in Graver's Dig, so I think Mike will talk with you about how the hell did you get there. You're not in your home kingdom. Probably none of you are, except maybe Megan's character. Okay, so you are a medium armored fighter. Your class choices are barbarian, cleric, fighter, and paladin. Those are your choices. So, discuss.
Okay, well, first let me tell you what I was thinking visually for the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted it to be a little bit wilder, but then this armor showed up and it's much more kind of formal, kind of like if the Celts were taken over by the Romans and forced to dress and fight for the Romans, like that would be what I would expect them to wear, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have this flavor of maybe I was fighting for someone else, but I still had this connection back to the homeland. So I wanted to do a red wig and work some sort of red dreadlocks into it, like the ancient Celts would have had. I have like a leather headpiece to hopefully hold this heavy, massive thing on my head. And then I wanted to put the Celts. I was doing some research, and when they went into battle back like against the Romans before Christ, they would do things like put chalk in their hair and just make their hair like stand like straight up and out. Ah! Make themselves as massive as possible, charge into battle naked. I will not be doing that for Actoroke.
Unless we role play it, then it's.
We need a different rating. But so what I wanted to do to get kind of the idea of bigness with the head was to put some feathers in and to have this kind of like ridge of feathers a little bit coming up to give it some height. Because this is like, there's all this excellence, and so I wanted to have this kind of, without a real helmet on, to have some sort of like feeling of a headpiece. And to have that there. And I was torn on the idea of whether I wanted to do woad. Originally, I was thinking I was going to do like woad paint across the face, maybe even like the full-on Braveheart. But because of this armor, I thought that might be more than what this character would do if I were like fighting in the hills as a Celtic warrior, maybe. But this is a lady who's been out and done some stuff. So if I do woad, it's probably
Or you could have come to Graver's Dig and just bought that armor because it's the only thing that's available.
Yeah, well, that's true too, actually. No idea. But and maybe that's going to be what we decide right now. But what I was thinking is I might try to do like some blue, like heavy blue eyeshadow and make that like woad or body paint around the eyes. And then I had an idea staring in the mirror today, and I'm gonna play with it because I have no idea if it'll look okay. To do kind of like the Celtic tri-knot and to have it be like the eyes, and then have it come across so that it's like down and across the nose, so that it's kind of like this design on the face. But that's going to be like some tricky makeup to integrate into my wearing glasses.
And I think a lot of it will depend a little bit on what class Lexi chooses.
Yeah,
It's
and
going to be,
that's part of it too.
a cleric versus a barbarian versus a warrior.
Yeah.
Any of those choices would send the character in a slightly different direction.
And that's what we'll figure out today, because I just don't know. That was sort of my thinking, and any of that that's not a backstory. That's just sort of my idea for trying to make the costume.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think looking at the classes right off, I'm immediately drawn to either fighter or paladin. I'm Nixon cleric because I was our party's only attempted healer. I was a divine soul sorcerer and the only one who could heal in the party. So that was really exciting. So I think I'd like to make healing someone else's problem this time.
Somebody else has to do the cleric this time.
Who else is going to get us all
it's
alive
always
to
true.
the last fight?
I already did a cleric.
I'm down with fighter or paladin.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, what direction do you want to go in?
Yeah. Ooh, not in that accent for me, that's for sure. You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm actually leaning towards fighter. I know it's a basic class, but I feel like we can take it and then do kind of like we did with sorcerer, where it's like you had sorcerer, but then you had like this divine soul background. So there was like something else like making it more interesting and just kind of being like, yeah, it's like that basic, like I'm a fighter. I'm just like really tough and I just like swinging, like hitting things, but also there's probably something else going on that's more interesting, but it's not immediately obvious.
Right.
Because you'll just have like so much going on. I feel like with everything else, it's like keep the class pretty simple.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be our team fighter.
What
Cool.
kind of outfit are you gonna have?
I'm going to tank.
Oh, I didn't mention that. That is another thing. No. One thing I want to mention is that these characters, the actors, where we dress them in costume, are just what I would call a basic costume, right? The base costume. And so, depending on some of the choices that get made today and so on, like for example, Lexi, you'll be you to decide what. And for you as players, you'll decide whether the character has weapons, if so, what sort of weapons, if there's some sort of like a crystal ball or a wand or some shit like that, right? Then we're trying to decide that today so that we can source it by
I'm thinking a mace for you. I kind of want you to have a
I don't know if
mace.
I'm like
Even though I'm
jumping
not a
ahead,
clear.
but like
Okay.
what level are we starting at? Just
We're starting at first level.
Let me see how
Cool.
Yeah.
These are going to be first level characters.
I want
You're gonna
something that's not a sword.
You're going to start
first.
beat the videos out of everyone.
First level characters?
first level
You're not a
characters.
soul
Right?
person, eh?
That sounds sweet. I don't have to do anything.
Because I did not come into today having any idea any of these things, so I am not particularly well versed on traditional Celtic cultural fighting weapons and or things.
I'm in a fantasy world. I imagine that if I'm in Graver's Dig, I'd probably have access to whatever the armory shop has.
Yeah, but I want something not a sword.
That's good. I can do some research for you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like what's the
I want something-
or whatever? What's the
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh?
Thank you.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me take some Time to look. I'll look it up. Keep
But you
Also,
can-
sorry, if I keep
Delayed
making
weapon,
faces,
not
so this
the
pen was
spell.
like burnt or
Correct.
something,
Also
but now it's like
in-game.
leaking weird like coffee. I
Shillelagh.
know,
You're
it's just like leaking.
coffee?
No, it's not. It's just like just leaking like burnt ink everywhere.
Taking coffee, let's
Yeah.
pick up overnight.
I know, right?
Reap the reward.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
have
so
a name
good.
in mind?
If you
I have no
never
name
had
in
the chance
mind.
to break something
I named
with it.
Rainbow Undercloud because she was so specific with her like second identity with the undercloud
Yeah.
versus the rainbow. This character, I didn't like,
Awesome.
get into all that.
I feel like that's another one. I don't know if you want to like come back around to me or something, but I'd want to like take a minute to look up like a culturally appropriate name for her background.
Yeah,
Because
that
I
would be
don't have
great.
one over the top of my head.
Yeah, we don't have to do that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
like
gonna
to
go
have
with-
culturally appropriate names.
gonna go
Yeah,
fighter for
Celts
ya.
use swords, daggers, spears, and javelins.
It's like a
Beer
fun
could be
one, though.
really fun.
Spear fighter.
I like
Yeah.
spears.
Yeah,
but
then you have
I
reach.
don't know what Mike feels like, but I love spears.
Yeah.
I think
Spears
they're
have-
greatly
You- I-
under.
Right.
I don't have a
Ten
problem
feet.
with any
Yeah.
weapon, normal, like regular weapon that would be used.
bows.
Bows.
Mm.
You could have if you're playing a fighter, you might want to also have a bow, just
Yeah.
so that if you have to
Range
hit
attacks.
something from distance.
Yeah.
But certainly a sword or spear would be great.
I watch a video
Okay.
on archery technique because I don't have any.
So, shall we move on? If you guys feel like you've had enough discussion for now?
Sure.
Yeah, and then I'll do some jujuling in the meantime.
Right. All right. We are going to go on to the next lovely couple over here.
It's gonna be so good.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm so stoked.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, I'd be lying. I have a pair of those.
See these?
Very similar.
We really didn't want to list any option other than bard.
Don't worry.
That's why I very specifically
Okay.
feel like you steal a lot of cheese.
Writing it down.
Oh my god. Can the audience
That'd be
see
good.
these
Okay.
at home?
Yes,
that-
Tennell's doing us the honor of showing them.
Oh, okay, great,
and,
great, great.
by the way,
That's so perfect.
let me also introduce really quick Tinnel Lovitt. We go around the table, and sometimes I forget one of my best friends over there. So Tinnel Lovitt is our illustrator, does live illustrations for Actoroke throughout the series, and she's flipping through all the art that she does for us, and so yes, Tinnell is showing these pieces of art. Okay, so what you can see, so this character is ethnically a Vlachian, which in basic is an Eastern European
Oh, okay.
character. We were so much in love with Cookie and Dylan's portrayal of Cookie, we decided that Cookie's younger brother is looking for him.
That's hilarious.
Cookie and Steely?
He used to steal the cheese for Cookie to
Yeah,
use.
today's
Your
not
parents
words.
know
So-
what to name you for your job.
It's now into
Yeah,
determinism,
yeah.
really.
So
the name came first.
he's a bard, probably, or a cleric, or a
No,
but-
yeah,
I think
yeah.
we've
Bard.
established.
Yeah.
All right, bye,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah, concept is entertainer, and there you go. Why don't you just give him a feel for the accent?
Yeah, I need to know
Oh,
this.
accent?
Yeah, I
Same
mean,
with
it is.
Cookie.
That's it.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Happy cookies.
My name is Dylan Smith. His name is Bryce Bebop.
excellent.
He's full name.
I'm classically trained in this accent.
Obviously. It's going to be a lot of fun to try to do this accent versus that accent.
Oh, yeah. It's going to
no.
get tangled up.
Don't listen to each other.
Oh, just white new on
What do you?
son.
I will
What are your
punch you.
desires with bard?
I love bards. I will do
Many
whatever.
people.
So,
Okay,
hey,
let's
guys.
keep the conversation on
So
about
we
this.
apparently Cookie was your older brother that you're looking for.
I guess so. Yeah.
And you're a bard. So what if you tell jokes and your name is Cheesy?
Or is that like the nickname that people gave you?
Yeah, there's like, oh, that guy.
I'll put it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Just,
We'll put it in the think about file.
anything about Cookie.
The player does get to name the character.
Oh, he does.
I will constrain the names to ethnically.
Don't-
Now that could be a nickname. You should have an actual
Okay, okay.
Vlachian. Real world, that would be Romanian or Bulgarian. Okay.
So
yeah,
bard is primarily a singer, storyteller,
yeah.
entertainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, do you happen to have any skills I don't know about? Can you play an
Do you
instrument,
have
sir?
any skills or?
That I don't know about. I know some of the skills. devilishly handsome.
I can play simple guitar. It's been a while. It's been a
Okay.
while, but that's an option.
Okay.
Well, okay. So, from what I've been given, this is the costume, and that's really all I was told. So, it's so flashy and just like a peacock, basically.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting like Tony Stark and personality type vibes.
I feel that.
Maybe like just so like really pompous and but also like strong morals that he just doesn't really talk about or reveal.
There's a
much.
line.
Yeah, there's a line. Yeah.
Don't tell us what it is, but you should have a dark secret under that hat.
Yeah.
Like a Ratatouille moment.
Yeah.
I'm on it, man. Like, I'm all about all of these things.
Under the hat.
Yeah, not just a dark secret. Under the hat.
It's a rat
At
the
this
whole
point,
time.
with these classes, because I have no experience with D&D. And I just remember in the photo shoot, Peter's like, pretend you have like a ball of fire in your hand. I was like, okay, I want some magic.
Oh yeah.
Can we
Okay.
decide that now, or is it something I have to like earn? Or
No, bards have magic.
Bards
oh
get
my
magic.
God, yes.
Bards get magic.
Okay.
Now, I guess, what kind of feel are we going for? Are we going for the I love everybody, I'm a little pompous jerk, but I still love everybody? Or are we going for the I'm going to steal
Does he
your
sleep
cheap-
around?
I think he's sleazy.
Sleazy?
I want him to be at least. I don't
Okay,
know if
we'll work on it. I mean,
yeah.
On a scale of 1 to super horny,
Not-
this is important for a bard.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
I think we need to know, yeah. Like, if I'm like, oh,
1 to
barmaid
10?
on it.
1
Yeah.
to 10, 10 being.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bards depend on their charisma and their interactions
Let's
with people.
go. Let's go. I don't know. 6, 7 maybe.
6 or 7 on the sleaze scale. On it.
We don't want to go like 11, do we?
No, that's just obnoxious.
Cheesy sleazy.
Cheesy.
These deals are insane.
What was you asked me a question about?
I
Like,
forgot what it was already.
Okay, level up.
Sorry.
I think he's a performer and he's
Oh,
very
yeah.
full of himself. He's always in his light, And if
Okay,
someone
yeah.
else is in his light, he's just like pouty about it.
Just in the background going,
I want him to be, I don't want him to be like entirely likable. I want him just to have to earn that.
are we the type of person who's like, oh, you're in the limelight? Anyway, let me tell you about how
Yes,
awesome. Okay.
please. Oh my God, yeah.
Sorry,
Running
guys.
joke.
Sorry, other
I
players.
just love how pumped you guys are getting about this.
Oh
Okay,
man, this is
I'm
gonna be
very-
good.
All I have is character choices, so I'm like, yes, make him pop in
Yes,
out of
and
nowhere and make it about him.
The little pants make it so fun.
I love these pants.
You can steal scenes in those pants. for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
You can fit so many scenes in those.
Steal
Well,
pants
that's
with
if
pants.
Peter allows him to be seen from anything other than the waist up.
My secret will be that my script is in my hat.
He somehow knows everything that's
Back-
gonna
Can we
happen.
talk about magic at all? Is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
something-
yeah. Let's. Is it?
Do I
I'm
have
assuming
options?
it's my choice, but at the same time, I don't want to.
Well-
You want to hear what he has to say,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
I'm just like wondering what we can talk about, what we can.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you can talk about whatever you want, and then the DM will say yes, no, or yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So I've been banned
So,
from
but,
the.
but I like to hear but I definitely want to hear what you have to say because incorporating that is part of the fun, I think.
I want to hear what you were banned from. Where's that sentence going?
For every
Let me
GM
ban
I've
from
ever
this.
played with now doesn't let me have charm person.
Oh.
Because
I'm so glad you're my partner.
I have charmed the pants off of people. I'm like, oh man, your sword's really cool. I know you're going to attack me, but let's talk about it for a second. Oh, this is so cool. Your armor is so heavy. Why don't you take it off? I can carry it
I'm
for
in good
you.
hands. I'm
Yeah.
in good
Yeah,
hands.
we got
Good
this.
hands.
So I've been banned from mostly bards in general, so I am so hyped for this.
What have we
found
done?
Like, I am so hyped.
And it's good.
If you're bad at spelling,
And that
you
was
should
the
get
last
charm
season of
person. Then you can
Actoroke.
just say,
So
Price
magic-wise,
just wasn't
does that
decided
decide
anymore.
like in
No,
the
if you,
game?
if you have an idea for magic,
Yeah,
let
like,
us
what do you
know.
want to do?
But
If you want to throw
yeah,
fireballs, cool,
it'll
let
be
me
it'll
know.
kind of be up to these two, but we
Yeah.
want your opinions. Like,
I
if
don't
you
know.
have an
So like,
idea?
I mean, what are the options here? Like, is it anything? Anything
Bards got a
goes
lot
until
of
you say no?
options.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Elemental stuff?
Yeah, well, not just that, but bards are charming or charmers or attempt to do things with manipulating people or manipulating.
Okay.
They do more of those kinds of spells.
Okay, okay.
They have little spells that they're not really about flashy doing a fireball or anything. They're more about.
They can do fairy fire.
They can do fairy fire.
Can we do that?
Yeah, they could do. I mean,
That's
there's
great.
Especially
You
if it
wanna
doesn't-
light things
especially
on
if it doesn't do
fire?
anything.
plenty of
Ta-
stuff.
you said
Ta-
you're 6 to 8.
Tasha's hideous laughter
Yeah.
make people
Yeah.
basically laugh
yeah.
themselves
Yeah.
to the point of being incapacitated.
At 6 to 8 sleazy, you probably get fireballs of passive.
Yeah, probably.
Dancing
Okay.
lights, mage
Yeah.
I love
hand.
the idea of him
What
like
you can do
always
with
using it when he, especially if it doesn't work, too.
There's,
like,
oh,
like a smoke bomb and then he leaves.
distraction.
So when you're talking about being a bard in my campaign,
Okay, good enough. Good enough.
so because
You sold yourself, right?
No, it's-
so That's a really interesting thing. It's great. I think about bards just personally in three ways. One is someone who's musical. One is someone who's poetic. And one is someone who writes, scripts or writes plays
Like an orator.
so like Shakespeare, or a singer, a famous singer, or a famous poet. So just think about that concept.
Yeah. So he's lacking gravitas.
Yes.
That's probably why he's not in Bard School anymore.
No.
Flunked out of Bard School, by the way. That happened.
I think he's still young.
Yeah, he's young. You're
young.
young. You're young. You're just starting out. I mean, you're going to be first level, so you're going to be just kind of, But I love the concept of. I really like the concept of being like really full of yourself. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like he knows what a
that's
bard
great.
is and he wants to be it so bad, but
Yeah,
he's
but
not.
she's just.
He's fucked out of bard school.
Is he pretending that he is though?
No,
Are
he
we
is.
like
He's got a chip on his shoulder.
He
I
is
am
a
awesome.
bard. He might have been told to quit studying there and go study and go
Oh,
get some
he's
real
like
world.
he-
Get the
there.
real world.
You mean-
Travel the road. Come back
He
in a year.
thinks he's level 5,
Yes.
but you're level 1.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
I
Overcompensate,
All right.
baby.
Yeah.
I think we have this character. You guys.
As a caveat, I'd like to say that Rennie over there is playing a really high-level bard in my other campaign right now. So
All right.
Bards are the best.
That'll be
Bards are
fun.
the best. They are so much
Jack of all
fun.
trade and master of all of them.
All right. Are we ready? Megan, are you ready?
all trades.
Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Oh,
Are you
I'm ready.
ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready.
yeah, yeah,
Together.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah!
Okay.
We're so cool!
So she's crazy a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, there you go. Pass around.
Yeah!
I love it.
We're
Yeah,
cool.
there you go. Okay, now bring it back. Now bring it back.
Color
Now bring it back.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Okay.
blue I love.
Okay, so ethnically in Chaldea, she's Targonian,
Okay.
which is my culture inspired by Central African lore and mythology.
Okay.
And so she is lightly armored as a character, which means she's probably like, we listed a druid, a ranger, or a rogue.
Yeah, okay.
Those are the character classes we give this character.
Okay.
And did you have any thoughts about
Well,
attitude or
Yeah.
like I said, she looks crazy. Like she's like mad, but she can be happy. Like she can do either one. I felt like I thought I would be doing like a lot of fighting based on this gear, but it sounds like her character might be more of a fighter. So
Doesn't
You
matter.
know what? We can all fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So,
you get in
like-
fights and pretty much everybody gets attacked. So yeah.
okay,
So,
yeah.
like, broad generalization, druid does fighting, but also works with like nature magics and stuff like that.
okay.
Ranger is like
Aragorn.
classic ranger. Yeah, right. Like a fighter, but also like
It's like a glorified Boy
yeah.
Scout.
Yeah,
There's
like
track.
just attacking.
good.
It's very like survivalist style fighter. Right?
Ranger
Like,
fan. Okay, okay.
and a rogue is like
New
sneaky
York Rangers
stabby.
Got it.
Yeah.
Stealing,
Yeah,
sneaking.
I'm personally shying away from rogue a little bit because I was a rogue in our last
All right.
in season 2. Unless you're like super.
No.
I like the idea of both druid and ranger. Neither
Yeah.
of those are classes that I play very often, so it's kind of exciting.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a?
Based on, I guess, his sleaziness, I feel like maybe we should go more toward druid. The
Yeah?
nature connection thing, like I do a lot of hot yoga, so I feel like that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I love looking at these pictures and just the quote. I do a lot of hot yoga.
Yeah.
It's awakened something in me. Okay. Yeah. I feel like we fart in yoga class. That's what this face tells me. We're like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Release.
Yeah. We're just like I don't care.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
I
Bones of
guess
Maine and
I don't know.
lentils.
Can she? Do druids also like connect to animals also?
Very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. They can like at a certain point they get to shapeshift and stuff. They can shapeshift into animals.
Oh! I can act animals, so I would like to do that.
That's such a specific thing to just be like, I have this skill in my pocket.
Like I would watch, I'll watch a video of an animal and then like, transform and do that on
like through my
Literally
character. Like I would do
transform.
that.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Yes,
I would
and
be down to do
shape
that.
shift. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I'm down to do that.
Okay, yeah, let's be a druid. I like it. Okay.
And druids kind of usually have an animal companion at some point as
companion?
well. Like someone who,
Oh, the first thing I think of is a chihuahua.
that would be
But,
something.
Or a tiger, maybe?
Yeah, no, like a really small
I feel
dog.
like really Chihuahua first. We have to stick with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Little
I would say meerkat.
Steve is pulling his hair out right now.
Like I don't know, I kind of feel like just based on my personal knowledge of the game and how like new I am to it, I'm comfortable being somebody who's like, I don't know, either failing often or like somebody who's, you know, just trying to do their best, but like just sucks, you know.
All right.
That's called being first level. Yeah, that's level 1.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I feel
And
like
being really emotional about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm really good.
I feel like
at
just
that.
based on this, it's like she always goes 100%.
Yes.
Whether or not she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. That's me in real life.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, tiger or chihuahua works.
One of those is exactly the same as the other.
Submission.
I love
Meerkat's
that.
out. Is what I'm hearing.
We could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
We are in Graver's Dig. There are magical things that have happened, and maybe there is a tiger the size of a chihuahua.
That's-
It's a tiny Gary. All those baby Garys got released.
You can veto me, but just saying.
Just leave it to the DM.
Here's my watch.
Okay, wait.
You baby Gary. Okay.
We good then? You got enough to go on, Megan? You got enough to?
One thing,
yeah,
is
please.
shape-shifting like a weapon type thing, or do I still?
No, it's shape-shifting is that you actually shift your whole form into and then you become that animal or that creature.
So you may
and you can
have
attack like that.
an attack or something, but it's usually like.
At first level, you won't have the ability to do that, but you never know what might happen. So.
Okay.
It's like a hit
Okay.
show Manimal.
So should I have a weapon then of some kind?
Yeah. So like, usually druids don't really like.
Druids
metal
use
weapons,
like
so
staffs,
yes.
Scimitars.
Scimitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like a
Curved sword.
Curved
Yeah,
sword.
like an Aladdin sword.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with that?
Chop stuff. Do
Okay.
you want a
Okay.
staff
Attack.
instead? Like
I'm just thinking how a curved sword works, but
Oh, it's it's just slice.
I guess it's still sharp on
Especially on
By the curve puts a lot more pounds per square inch pressure on the part of the curve to impact. So they're
Okay.
designed for a lot of impact behind their cutting.
Oh, okay. I mean, I am fairly
thought I would draw
strong.
one. I'm not
That was
sure
pretty
what one.
close.
Yeah, I'm trying to draw you a scimitar, but I don't know how to draw.
And then the other option was a staff, you said?
Yeah.
Staff or scimitar.
Just a
I mean,
regular
there's
sword.
probably a
Like
bunch
that,
of
I
weapons
feel
that they
like
can
that's
use.
There's
But,
probably a bunch of druid weapons. I'm not sure exactly
Okay.
which one.
yeah,
we can just-
yeah.
I think
I
yeah.
know what they're talking
Oh yeah, I was gonna say do we want to be like human? Are we all human?
That was my.
Oh,
Yeah, let's not stray too far from human.
Okay.
Like you could do a half elf or human.
or maybe human.
I feel like human, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think human probably better.
Right. Also, not to be like super meta
get
about
you on
it,
it.
but like if we're starting at level 1, a human's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's-
okay.
Yeah.
You got a lot of advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
what-
can have a scimitar.
What I want to avoid is any people dramatically different height. Like no, I don't want to do more halflings, gnomes.
Why was there an
You're
issue?
gonna chop your legs off.
Doesn't he look like a dwarf?
Yeah.
Basically a
So
Wookiee.
we can basically use like any of these weapons.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
know. I sat down next to you the entire time.
It's like a classic one.
I
Okay.
have no sense of anyone's height.
You know.
Oh man, yeah, there's so many. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Let us see what Andy looks like.
Oh, classic.
He's a vampire.
You were so much more comfortable.
But I think you should have a nose ring.
Yeah, I
I was sort of hoping to go where tiefling, so he has to we have to paint him red every
Oh,
that's what I was gonna do.
That's like my artifact is the nose ring.
Your focus, your arcane focus.
If you want to go ahead and call Sean and Damon, Because they do know where you live.
I want you to paint Andy red
And have
every
paint
2
red
days.
every- Yeah.
Yeah.
About that beard.
Tell me about
I
this.
am broadly Caucasian.
As opposed to narrowly?
That's very.
Okay, let me defend myself. No, because I'm all about the world, the world of Chaldea, So it's like I get this is my jam, is the different kingdoms and ethnicities of the character. So Anne's choice to have an Irish accent put her into Celt region, and Steve and I dictated the accent to Dylan because, well, he set himself up for that in the last season because we just loved that accent and wanted more. And ethnic choice for your character was pretty clear. So for your character, for Andy, a lot of it depends on what accents. Now, I know you and Rennie were talking about different accents. I know you guys were cheating and talking about your character already before we started.
Cheaters.
What?
Yeah, but that's okay.
We were just
So-
kibitzing about
so,
amazing
the practice
Chaldean.
test.
all
the
that.
practice. Yeah. So the ethnicity, since we don't have an accent to go on,
Hey, fireball over there. Yeah.
Yes. I want New York Wizards.
New York Wizards.
Hey,
No.
I'm gassed in here.
if you go, okay, here's the rule. If you go no accent, that's fine choice. Then I do require that you not dip into any regionalism or just keep it mainstream, because if it's too American is in some sort of like a New York accent or something, then it takes us out of the. For me, it takes us out of the fantasy world. So I think our
I wasn't actually.
Yeah.
Okay. New York accent, by the way.
But I love
know.
this stuff.
Okay.
This is my thing. This is my jam. So
Sorcerer, warlock, or wizard.
yeah.
Those are the 3 options.
three options.
Sorcerer, warlock, wizard. Which do you prefer? Tell me.
So I'm looking around at the rest of the party. We have two individuals who claim to be I think, how'd you describe it? Really high on yourself, but really incompetent.
Whoa,
Right?
whoa, whoa.
Is that what you said?
That's rough.
Something? Oh, sorry.
Started the game yet?
You believe it?
Wow.
Maybe you're great.
Talking about the game.
So I think we need a high confidence, like who believes they need to pull
You need
this
a con
party
man?
together. You need to pull this party together.
Or you guys could just think that you're awful, but secretly be amazing.
We could
Just
just
to
we could always
Also,
be
I'm starting to
awful.
feel like we might have to go back to Paladin or Cleric after seeing this party makeup.
Honestly.
Or Druid, we can do some healing.
I like the warlock.
You like the warlock?
I do like the warlock.
You like the warlock? I like the warlock.
Paladin.
Ah, very well. The warlock it shall be.
That's yes.
All right,
Yeah,
then.
go
You're all
more.
dead, which is just how I like my friends.
Warlocks, they play with little
So,
impy creatures.
I'm kind of putting that as like a sort of a British Isles accent of some sort.
Oh, you want a British house?
No, was that? I'm trying to identify the
Oh,
accent. you
I
just
don't know
used.
what that is.
Other than,
That's a-
I mean, it's
a warlock
that's the
accent.
one. That's like whatever the language is you get taught in warlock school.
It's like
Well, there used to be
upper
like the radio
crusty.
voice.
Yeah.
That's the warlock voice.
The
more like
transatlantic
I can totally do a transatlantic wizard. Oh, that's wizard. What do you want to say? I'll cast a spell for you right across the U.S. of A.
No,
what do you say?
no. We
Bullshit.
I like that the Oxford warlock.
Oxford warlock.
This
Oxlock.
Oxford,
I'm not asking you to change the accent. I'm just trying to place where the character comes from
don't
within
know.
the fantasy world. Okay.
No, I think
Can we call it British?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's outside Strokershire, about 2 miles.
Okay.
That's the only language.
Oh, I can't.
So then you're from the kingdom of Perrin, and you're what's called a pert, which is
How dare you?
what?
He's being impertinent.
That was just, yes.
And you start next.
We are going to back up and redo a little bit for this character, given what everyone else has said. We're like, okay, people.
No, so you're not caving in.
No. It's we're thinking.
Someone has to keep the party alive. I love
Do
party
they,
balance.
though?
I feel like party balance is so important, and I feel like we don't have it, and I'm stressed already.
Well, okay.
both
As a
heal a
DM,
little.
let me just say this. I wouldn't worry too much about worrying about having to have healing or not having to have healing so much. Druids heal.
Yeah, bards can heal.
Bards have a little bit of
believe
healing
undead
as well. I mean,
We always
but
have the
if you really want to play a paladin,
Yeah, but that would.
I think that'd be great. But if you want
Are
to
you
play,
thinking paladin?
but if you
Yeah.
but if you play a paladin, they're gonna need a deity,
They're gonna need a what?
a deity.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
So so you're going to worship a Celtic deity. So if you just Google up Celtic mythology, pick any deity that suits your fancy.
There's some
now-
lovely
Or,
ones.
you know what, I kind of just want to do something different. I feel like if I go to Paladin, I'm going to end up playing a very similar character that I did last season. They're going to be very stressed trying to keep everyone alive for
Yeah.
several episodes. I think we're going to stick to Fighter, and good luck everyone else.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the energy this season.
I love it. I love it.
It's like
Stick to your staves.
it's like the old maxim: when the barbarian rages, it's not the barbarian's problem; it's the party's problem.
I stick with fighter just because I don't like cutting stuff with sporks.
From
Okay, let's go back to your this character. Okay.
Yes.
So, this comes from a bit of a British type culture. Is a warlock. Warlocks. Anything else you guys want to?
I think of myself more as a peace lock, but
You know,
labels.
we'll do what we have to
Do what we
do.
have to do.
Leave it to the bard, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a conscientious artificer.
I'm a good guess.
Anything about this character's ambitions or morals or?
Oh yeah, there's not a lot of morals.
I would like one. I have one request,
Yes.
and that is starting off. I have a portable hole sewn into my costume so that Steve can't do anything with poop ever. In this season.
That is a fair request.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
What kind of warlock are you? Like a fey warlock? Or
Yeah, where do your powers
where
come
are your
from?
powers coming from?
Yeah, bro.
Or do secretly?
Secretly?
I mean, I don't know. You don't have to tell us
Yeah,
where your
like,
powers
are
come
you one
from.
of
but,
those-
like,
Well,
I think what he's getting at is warlocks have a patron.
right.
we have Patreon.
Like, where
and,
are you getting?
We have a
from?
Patreon.
Really? Oh, am I rich?
I can survive.
I'm gonna hire the bar and tell pimp my
expensive,
Patreon.
It's
purse spell.
some otherworldly character, like it could be a dragon or a demon or a god or somebody
An
that
archfey.
is
Could be a hag.
sort of like your mentor, but it's typically some
that one.
individual from another plane.
Nyarlathotep
Your left tab.
is my
Yeah.
favorite one.
What are you thinking there?
To say, oh, I'm not thinking.
You're not?
No, I'm an actor. I don't know. Like, so he's all Gandalf-y and I don't know. Maybe it's Tom Bombadil, man. Nah, that's
Let's keep it in public.
keep it in
domain.
public domain.
Yeah.
It's Winnie the Pooh.
I guess we don't want to.
As of recently, it's Winnie the Pooh.
Fantasy.
There aren't really talking stuff. Peter. I know what you. Okay.
I just can't do it. I just can't go there. I don't put Jesus in there either. I mean, I just can't go there.
Is Jesus public domain?
Yeah, it is, but no, you can't.
Far
Jesus
too
cannot be your
much
patron.
Quick question. Patron. Is the staff over there for my character? The beautiful staff with the purple thing on top?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
damn.
that was for
in the
Big
shop.
Winner.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, you're saying dragon. You like the idea of a dragon as your...
Dragons
There's
are a
a
big deal in
lot of
Chaldea,
puns.
so that's
Yes, and we are all about the puns.
We are all about the puns.
All right. So I
Nothing's
think
so
that-
serious
to you.
Like
So-
endless puns.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a dragon, and I think that I feel like I like a character that people are just not quite sure. Are you really good? I'm not quite sure, but I have to trust you because we're together. So I like that edginess, right?
Edgy.
So,
Edgelord.
are you really trustable?
So you want to go with a dragon patron?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh no.
Those are scary words.
No, not yes. For this guy, it is. But I have to lean into it. I have to lean into the. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.
All right.
I woke up on the wrong side of my god today because I'm dragging ass.
I'd like Christian to circle back around.
Sure.
Because I realized we didn't talk about personality.
Well, it's listening to what everyone else is doing. Is when you're talking about party balance, I'm thinking of it from an acting standpoint. So since we have like sleazy cheesy, we have
I want to be more nature centered.
like we have
yoga.
hot stone
Yeah.
yoga hippie with the Chihuahua tiger. Yeah. And we've got Mr. Warlock who's all full of himself. Oh, maybe you can trust me, maybe you can't.
No, it's Mr. Warlock to you.
Is it because I'm Irish? I think that's racist. So, do we want this character to be like a bit more straight-laced and serious and lawful to kind of like counteract all the chaos, or do we want to lean into the chaos and just be full-on party chaos? Is the question.
I lean into the chaos.
All right.
I feel like last season, like I didn't really plan her to be that way, but I think it's because she like was the healer. Bedia kind of ended up like wrangling the party at points, and like everyone else did random things, and she was like, "Hey, there's a plot line," and I was like following the plot. I kind of wanted
And I was like, I want to talk to bees.
yeah, maybe I was into the chaos this season.
Oh, we're gonna lean into the
While still following the plot, of course, always.
I'll always bring you back to the plot somehow. Screaming and kicking.
I will say,
The funerary.
when I
Okay.
walked out to get my photo taken in this armor, I had not planned it, but I just started swaggering. Like it was just like, I have to strut while I'm wearing this because that's just.
I
what's
feel
up.
like she has that very
Confident
dead
party.
Well, I feel like she has a very
Yes,
deadpan
we are
humor
the
where she says
Dunning-Kruger
things
party
and you're just like
for
not sure if she
Which
wants
is
it as a
gonna
joke
end
or
up
if
like
she was
the Donner
serious.
party.
I like that.
It's like she's just
Because we're
like,
so confident.
yeah, I could absolutely kill
But
a
we
dragon.
do
You're
not
like,
know what
are
we're
you
doing at your
joking?
level.
Are you real? Like,
Okay.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I want everybody to participate, but in one conversation.
I think that's awesome, and you can do that really easily with the Irish accent. Be like, oh yeah, I'll just go straight up the cliff then.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you're joking or not. I don't know. So that's like a little bit of balance. It's a little more kind of serious, but it's not. It's also not. I feel like maybe she's like, just kind of mellow, just sort of very go with the flow with everything. Just like, okay, they're like, hey, do you think this is a good idea? And she's like, why not? Just, why not?
The real question
go with
is, will we be paid to do it? And if the answer is yes, then yes.
Her motto just kind of, that sounds like a you problem, honestly.
All right. I think, Megan, you want to talk a little more about yours?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like,
go for it.
in terms of that, not to be like, oh, what's your motivation? But what is the thing that drives Bahati is her name.
Bahati.
Yeah, we decided.
I like
Bahati yoga.
Why is she doing whatever the thing is that we're trying to do? Like, why is she off doing some adventure?
That gets into
or is
character
that, like-
creation. So
Yeah.
let's stay. That's unless you want to answer that now or not.
I more meant like
I
is
think I
it
wanna
like
put
she wants to? Is she has like this drive to prove herself? Or I more meant like in a personality sense.
Okay, well that's up to you.
But yeah, that's what I was asking her.
Maybe she's trying to like reach a spiritual awakening of some kind.
Okay.
And she's like trying to find answers through this journey that we're all on or
Very
something.
druidic.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Very druidic, actually.
Yeah, and also like okay, so she goes 100%, but is she kind of like the way that the table's talking about her? She's kind of like a hippie though.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah,
She's like a hippie, but if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Like maybe I don't know if I just kind of like switch from chill to intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
okay.
when we go into battle or something or whatever.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
chill until it's like, well, this situation is not chill anymore.
Right.
I want to get back to chill. So let's,
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Like go back to
It's like when your Chihuahua
homeostasis.
self goes to the tiger self.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I love it.
I would like to say I think I can also rap. So if that comes into play at all.
Write us a rap.
Is going to now.
I'm on it.
It's an animal rap, just so you know.
Obviously,
It's
yes.
animal.
Can it just be in like squeaks or something for a squirrel?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to just confirm and do it on camera so we can talk about like how sleazy. You said 6 to 7, but and you talked about
did
like
I?
Tony
Yeah.
Stark. So like we're overconfident and
Overconfident.
and it's not just like
Not so much like, I don't know. He's not like going around looking for it all the time.
Yeah.
But like, but when he wants something, he's like, I'm gonna try everything I got
Throw it all at the wall. Let's see what
Respectfully.
sticks. Respectfully. And from what we talked about, it seems like he has like I can do what you're doing, but I can do it better. Even if he can't really do it better.
Yeah, talks a lot of game.
And then if there's any failures, he's like, the sun was in my eyes. Sorry
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
I couldn't see that. But then there's going to be certain lines that he won't cross.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah.
just got to figure out those lines.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Was it in?
No, I think ultimately, I don't know how this group found each other or how character-wise, but I think he ultimately is like he looks out for his peers.
Okay.
I think ultimately.
Like his family.
His family, his found family. He's looking for his brother, but wherever he is, he ultimately is looking for family.
Okay.
Maybe, but maybe.
Motivated a little by friendship, if
Yeah, a little bit.
if,
You become
And
family,
attention.
so I care
That's
about
where the
you.
attention seeking comes from.
Right.
He just goes way too far past it.
Okay. And are we willing to do what it takes to get that family and get to our brother? Because one of my thoughts was that if you got to steal, you got to steal. That happens. It happens. But I'm not going to take your last copper. I'm not going to take your. We won't leave you destitute.
Oh yeah. I feel like he's more mischievous and charmingly immoral than straight up immoral.
Okay.
He won't. Yeah, he won't do that. He won't he'll defend his group, but he won't maybe play tricks on them. But if he actually hurt somebody by accident, he'd be upset by it.
Okay.
He would steal from a box store, but not a mom and pop store.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's like Jean
Rattle
Nice.
Cool. That's what I
Is that
wanted.
good?
Yeah. So I could just know how to play it.
That's really just what I'm feeling. So.
No, I'm about it.
We kind of went around a second time to everybody else. Did you have anything else?
Oh, I'm good.
You're good?
I think we're pretty
All right.
solid, yeah.
Broadly.
All right. Well, this has been the first part of tonight's agenda to get the actors and players together. I thought it was a great success. I mean, this was really fun. Thank you all for putting energy into it and at the same time allowing us to focus on one conversation at a time. And so I really appreciate that. And so we're going to take a short break. When we come back, the actors will have left. They will be wrapped after this, and the players will roll up their characters. So say goodbye to the actors.
Bye to the actors.
Bye to the actors. Thank you so much for coming.
It was good seeing
And
all of
yeah,
Whoa.
we'll be out of here.
And we're back. Yay! There are fewer of us, but we are joyful. Sarah, we are joyfully gaming.
I miss you.
So now we will enter the next phase of our agenda, and I will be here mainly as a consultant, Mike. If you have any questions about Chaldea, but you can take it away as the dungeon master.
Awesome, great. That was a great last session. You guys, I think, are informed on your characters. We're gonna start by I'm gonna talk about a little bit about my playing style and my DMing style, so you guys aren't taken unawares. But basically, my biggest premise for role-playing games, I believe, the central piece is that everyone's having fun. So I am not as rules lawyery as some people might be. I like to make sure that things are flowing and working. I don't like it when we get bogged down too much. I will do something to move something along purposefully if it gets too much. We do have a storyline that we need to follow. And so, someone...
Because Javion's not here.
There we go. So we have a storyline to follow, so we will be following the storyline, but there'll be plenty of time to do extracurriculars, and I'm sure you guys, I can tell that you guys will be doing a lot of extracurriculars, so that'll be fun as well. But that's my playing style. I just like to, what I really like about role-playing games is it's the camaraderie. Everyone feels like they're involved. Everyone feels like at the end of the night they've had some fun. That's what, I mean, I think that's the most important thing about them. So with that, let's roll up characters. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 4 die 6. So if you need dice,
I need an extra D6. Yeah, I have 3.
There you go.
3 is such a good number.
There you go.
It's a magic number.
Thank
if you
you.
will.
Or do you want this one instead?
Ooh.
Which one matches
I
my
have
die
some
the
other
best?
options.
I don't know.
I
I probably have one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I usually have a blue.
Nice.
Blue rocks dice.
So pretty.
These are my favorite dice. It's color from Chester.
Let's see if I've got one.
Festival with silver lining.
Yeah, here's one. How about this one?
Works for me.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
So if you
This
can
is
get,
my- this
you
is
guys
my
got
die.
4 die 6. So you're gonna
Or I have the
take
same
your
ones.
4 die 6, and let's not roll yet. You're gonna roll 6. You're gonna roll 6 times. You're gonna take the lowest number out of your dice,
Okay.
and you'll keep the top 3. So if you roll, whatever you roll, you want to keep your top 3, and you'll write that score down. At the end of that, you can rearrange your scores however you want. That's meaning you can put them in. If you're a fighter, you might want to put in your highest score in strength, et cetera, based on whatever your character is. So I allow you to do that. I have a little caveat rule. If you roll 4 1s, you get a 19.
Ooh.
It's a house rule.
Really
So,
hoping for
Go
but-
for 1.
Yeah, I want 4 ones now.
Watch you get 3 1s.
3 1s, you get,
You get
Yeah.
sad. You get sad.
You get rolls that roll.
I feel like, for me, medium rolls are just great for starting first level characters, and it's great. I kind of get excited if I get a real low level score, because you can put that somewhere to make it so much fun.
Intelligent.
We're all gonna have an intelligence upset.
We did last time.
So,
Unintentionally.
so go ahead and start rolling, and then record your numbers.
I put this so far away from myself.
14.
All right, 16.
12.
Wow, what is happening?
So many numbers.
You got a fancy roller right there.
It is when it's not broken.
You got a 14.
That.
Oh, nice. I'm not
Look at Rennie
rolling
go.
high.
I know.
Hey.
I'm not going to be good at many things.
I am a warlock.
14.
Wow, that sucks.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, that's also very not great.
10.
Okay, all right.
16.
I'm the okayest.
Well, at least you're not the worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Rennie, what are you doing over there?
But I also rolled a 10.
Did you give me your worst die?
See, look, I got a 16, 18,
Come on.
All the bad luck of his is
I
centered in that
know,
one.
that's average. He gave me his biff die.
See, you are gonna be the one that is. Yeah, you are gonna be the one that's like actually.
Wow,
really
these are some
good.
real bad numbers. It's going to be real fun.
I don't know what that got to do, but I got some good scores.
when you're done, let's just go over your numbers one by one. We'll start. We'll start here on my right.
All right. Well, I have a 14, a 13, another 14, a 16, an 11, and a 10.
All right. Those are like standard.
Yeah,
good numbers.
that's just
You
like
got it.
That's
right
pretty
on the
standard
average
array,
curve.
like-
You're right there.
Do you want to swap?
I would
You'll
love
trade across.
Tracy's. I got a 12, a 10, a 14, a 10, a 10, and a 14.
All right.
There's not bad. There's no
What
negatives.
did Rennie the Great
Doing
get?
great.
Yes, I've got a 16,
Oh.
an 18,
Wow.
a 12, a 10, a 17, and an 11.
Wow.
Wow, nice rolls. What does our druid have over here?
I have a 10, an 11, a 14, a 14, a 10, and a 6.
All right.
Maybe I'm okay.
I will say
We're
right
both the
now,
okayest.
actors will not be happy if we put the 6 on charisma.
Then again, she's used to living in the woods.
Yeah.
She's
Or,
an
in or like in
Yeah,
nature at least.
She's an
Yeah.
animal person. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I think it kind of makes sense as a story.
think it does.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice for
Yeah.
a druid if you
Yeah.
want to be, if you don't want to be, out in the limelight.
Yeah.
You wanna,
Plus, I'm a human, so I could bump it up.
yeah. So you can rearrange those however you want, and put them where you like. When we start doing the characters, you can go ahead and right now and do it, and then try to figure out where we are. We'll let you go ahead and do your sheets. Either you can do them now or work on them now, but I've got some other things to go over for us.
Okay.
So another thing that I have as a house rule is there's a thing that I think Peter originally came up with in Primal Order called Special Abilities.
I stole it from the Arduin Grimoire
Oh,
by
yes.
David
Right.
Hargrave.
There you go. So in my campaigns, everyone has a special ability. A special ability is something that you can do, and I'll explain it as we go, but it's a percentile dice. You roll a percentile dice, and then you tell me that number, and I'll tell you what your special ability is. For purposes of the game, I am going to, sometimes I don't tell you what the special ability is, because you wouldn't know what it is, and then it comes up, and all of a sudden you're going, oh, I'm
so good at this.
Which is kind of fun sometimes, but quite often in your life you would know what your special ability is. Like, I'm really good at this, or I'm really good at that. So let's start. Bryce, go ahead.
I'm so excited.
Let's roll and let's see what
I
yours.
like embroidery or something.
Embroidery.
What do you do?
Pin work.
Yes.
remember what it's called.
Needlework.
Needle
Right.
There you
Make a
go.
mean
I make
bread.
those little felt dolls or like the little tiny like Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I transformed into
39.
animals to make them out of my fur.
Oh man, I'm so excited for whatever it is.
Special abilities are great.
I keep thinking about being like, I can talk to meerkats. Meerkats on my brain now.
Yeah. Listen.
Oh no. Or yes.
all I had to-
Magic does not work on you. You can
Oh.
you can negate any magical spell cast.
Awesome.
Like,
Wow.
By the way, it's one of the best ones.
Nice. No joke.
I roll good.
all the time, he could just be like, no.
Yeah. So
Charm person, no.
now this does not include this includes any normal magic.
Okay.
That someone could cast on you.
One might be
Does
accepted.
fireball not
Yeah.
hurt you?
I think fireball.
Artifact
right?
magic.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
magic.
Certain magics may not work, but you'll find out.
We'll just
But
experiment.
usually, so this is part of maybe
That's where your
part of your
cockiness comes from.
personality is that you're pompous and things like
Yeah.
people tried to do stuff and it just doesn't
Yeah.
work on you.
I charm them. They don't
Oh,
charm
must
me.
be
Yeah.
perfect. Gosh,
So.
obviously.
All right.
Such a perfect specimen.
Yeah.
Okay, Lexi, let's go.
Alrighty. That's a 90. 90.
Nice.
Zero. At first I was like 900. Whoa, that's not how that works.
You are an escape artist.
Ooh.
You can, if not continuously guarded, you can escape any prison, cage, or restraint.
Wow.
That means if someone isn't watching you while they're guarding you or fall asleep, you can get out of that place. You can just open the door. You can get rid of the ropes. They come undone for some reason. you're not able to, people aren't able to keep you imprisoned in any way, shape, or
Nobody
form.
puts Lexi in a corner.
Those, by the way, those are two really good.
Those are. It's gonna be.
Rennie, let's.
You're gonna get embroidery, which is a very amazing
Rennie,
skill.
I hope Rennie.
I'm gonna get like
But on a scale of escaping from
He's gonna roll.
Gift for pottery.
You can. Yes.
allergic to mushrooms. It's like, that's my special ability.
Yay! When did that ever happen?
Winning.
Well, the fun thing about special abilities is some of them is like it just never happens, and then when it happens, you go, "Oh yeah!" Finally.
That's +2 to archery.
All right. Cool. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Yes,
You only get a couple spell slots.
78.
Pretty
So excited.
Oh, thank you. They have like this little yellow and a blue.
Yeah, I
That is
know.
really
That's what I was
pretty.
just noticing. They're really cool.
They're all like cloudy.
I love these.
I know. Listen, this is where I got them at Gen Con. When
Mike
you
is
go.
setting his spreadsheet of
Over by my
special
booth.
abilities right
He's
now.
definitely.
When you swing by.
It's gonna be real good.
I actually will be at Gen Con
That's
this
how
year for the
good.
first time ever.
Really? Oh, it's gonna be great. Party.
He's debating whether or not to cheat, whether or not to
Just fudge the rolls up or down. It's
Whatever it is.
You can summon any object you have touched.
oh no, you're gonna touch everything.
Oh, he's
Let's see.
that now is like gotta be.
You enter a magic
Oh yeah.
You can steal
It's
anything.
true. It is. It's like, what are you doing? I don't know. It's just a.
You can touch and call by name.
And
you
by,
just need
I
to
have
know
to
what the
call
name of
by
the object
name.
is.
So I can't just touch it. I have to say it's a piece of paper and poof.
Yeah. If you touch, like for example, if you touched a sword and you know the name of the sword at some point, then you could summon that sword to you.
The name like longsword or
Yeah.
the name like Chuck?
No, like Chuck the longsword.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I just
How do you
can't
learn
summon the
Chuck
longsword. I have to know the name.
You
of
have
it.
to touch. You must
touch it
have
nicely.
touched it in the past. Or
Okay.
At some point.
And if
touched
it's an intelligent item, then I could summon it as long as I know the name.
it. Sure.
Is there a size?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But we'll see
We'll see.
how that works for you. By the way, these are all really too good.
Is there a size limit on his summoning thing?
Summon the castle.
Mine's gonna be the same.
Object. It's an object.
It's
so-
an object.
Table. Just summon tables on everybody.
Anvil.
Yeah.
Anvil.
Anvil.
Summon anvil.
Yeah, summoning an anvil will simply drop the anvil on you, so that's great.
Wait,
can
on
do it.
you, but did you like summon it?
No. You summon it to yourself.
Instantaneous
It's
teleportation.
not a,
Anvil.
it's not a, it's a good thought though to use as a weapon, but yeah, it's good enough that you'll summon a weapon. So like.
Yeah, no,
I'll give
that's
it to
yeah.
you.
No, that's
All right, let's see what our druid gets.
10?
10.
That
She
feels
almost said
low.
100. Just on Alexi.
See?
Isn't that a
100?
100?
Can have the zeros on
I'll
the
do it. Yeah.
on the big one. Have you been cheating the entire time
No,
of your
just like-
playing, Rennie?
I thought the 10 is
Kind
equal
of
to
looks like
0.
a 100.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
yeah,
a 100.
definitely.
Because there's no zeros on that one.
There's zeros.
Is there? Oh, it is. So it is a 10.
You can.
It was weird.
So
Like, why not
this
zero?
is called the face changer. You can alter self per spell, and I don't know what if we'll see if there's a 5th edition thing.
There is alter self as
Yeah.
At will, limited to normal range of character's race.
Whoa.
self at will. Okay.
That's cool.
So you can make yourself look like somebody else.
Yeah, great.
That's nifty.
I used to play with a guy named Will, and he hated all those spells. You can cast fireball.
By
at
the way,
will.
those are all
I've
good
heard
ones.
that joke a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
So
That's great.
so keep those in mind, for when, and you'll have to remind me, and you're going to say I'm going to do that, and I'm going, oh, dang it.
Oh, I will not forget that this
I'm
is
sure.
a thing.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And
I
he
gotta
will
stop
be.
playing with my mic.
You will forget, and he will
realized.
be frustrated when you remember.
Writing it down in big words on my
Yeah.
highlighting
On the top
it.
of every note page, just like skateboard, skateboard, skateboard. Change my character's name to escape, artist.
Yeah.
So
You escape, and then I come out, take
Yeah.
the aspect of the guard, and then
Yeah.
So good.
escort you out.
Great.
So those are your special abilities. Very cool ones. Sometimes they're not so cool, but those are all really good ones, actually. Let's talk a little bit about game mechanics. So I don't. I think I said earlier to some of you, but I hadn't said to the whole group. I don't really do worry about too much about your spell components. It slows the game down unless you need diamond dust for something or it disappears. So I don't worry about your spell components. Additionally, I don't usually worry about how much bread you have so you can eat today or tomorrow. I don't worry too much about rations unless it becomes a situation where it would make a sense to do so. So like if you're in a jail cell and you can't get out, and for some reason they keep guarding you and they're not feeding you and you're starving to death and then you're just waiting for someone to fall asleep so you can get away.
Man, we are never going hungry.
It's so stale, though. Yeah. So I may have created a monster, but we'll see. I mean, but by and large, those are my kind of house rules. Once we get your characters going, they will be first level to start with. I would like you additionally to choose a heirloom item or an item that was in your family or something that means something to you. Either is something that is of sentimental value, or maybe you think it's of real value. Like you could say it's a magic wand. It may or may not be a magic wand. We'll see. But you may think it's a magic wand. Or it's a piece of jewelry, or it's a coin, or it's a sword that was in your family that you have on your person. Just that as well. For your outfitting, just the basic book outfitting. You can have whatever basic things are usually given out. I'm not going to worry about money too much. We're at this point, you're not going to have very much money. So you can roll up your money according to the characters as well. I think that's it for just the starting kit of things. Let's see, what else?
Now, I would like to know, ideally tonight, if I say you can tell me tomorrow, then you really please do tell me tomorrow. Like, what else we need to get to for the actors. Like, if you're carrying a sword, we need to have a sword. If you have a spear, but, if it's a small item, like a family heirloom type of thing, then I'm not worried about it. Unless, like, you say, I have like a piece of jewelry, then would want to know, and ideally have some flexibility in what that actually looks like.
Yeah.
Do you want us to also pick backgrounds?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Pick your backgrounds. Pick all your backgrounds. Please, when you get those done, send them to me so I can get some information. You are all not from Graver's Dig originally.
Yeah.
None of you are actually from here. You came here not too long ago, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Cool.
You can.
Maybe I'll say a little bit about Graver's Dig.
Sure.
Since probably
Let's do that.
Okay, so the basic setting for most of our Actoroke stories is this place called Graver's Dig, and Graver's Dig is like fantasy version of Deadwood.
Okay.
I mean, it is a frontier type town. It is a port town, and it is recently there's been sort of a lot of lawlessness that's broken out across Chaldea because the emperor died. So there was this very powerful emperor who held Chaldea together and all the kingdoms worldwide, and he was assassinated, and there's been a lot of instability throughout Chaldea. In Graver's Dig, in particular, a demigoddess named Brigthwina was exiled by Cordava. She's Celtic, by the way. She was exiled back to the world of Aron, which is the Celtic, Welsh mythology, actually, hell, if you will. And she has returned, and she started rebuilding Graver's Dig, and it is a boom town. It is growing, and she has started what's called the Sumarian Hunt, which is where people go out and hunt in the wilderness around there, and there's a big tradition of hunting monsters and coming back and being a big competition with a lot of fame and prizes and stuff awarded to people who do well at it. And so this has attracted hunters and a graver, by the way, is a common term in Chaldea. It is a slang term. It's short for grave robber. And so
I always thought adventurer sounds too nice to, you know, the population refers to people like you as grave robbers or just gravers, even if you've never actually been in a tomb. So gravers is slang for adventurers. So Graver's Dig is this place. So people coming here from all over Chaldea, all sorts of, which makes sense. You all have different backgrounds from different places. It makes sense that you might have come here either seeking fame and fortune on the hunt or for employment, like because Brigtwina has been hiring lots of people of all walks of life to help build the town and that sort of thing. So, yeah, and it's on a continent called Samaria, which is kind of in a remote continent in Chaldea, a long way from the prying eyes of the Empire. The government of this kingdom is basically dissolved. It's just the whole kingdom's reverted back to tribalism and warlords and orcs and monsters and shit like that. Yeah.
How far, I guess maybe for all of us, but I want to know about me. How far is Graver's Dig from where I am?
Let's see, you.
Targonian.
Yeah,
Same
so,
question.
so you are actually the only one of the four. You are actually on the same continent.
Okay.
And you could be as you want nobody to be actually from here.
Yeah, I don't want it to be actually from Graver's Dig, but have come here.
So, so if you imagine it's a big continent, if you went, maybe 500 miles up the coast and around a big peninsula, you'd be in Targonia. And Targonia is one of the major civilizations in Samaria, and there's a big elf empire here too. There's also a permanent open gate to the Chaos Plains.
Cool.
Ship wanders through from there all the time too.
No big.
So,
Just
yeah.
It's crazy that I left. That's
Yeah, yeah.
cool place.
But Targonia is a very advanced fantasy kingdom with a beautiful mythology and everything too, based on Nigerian mythology.
So I got a question, and this is probably more to you. Do we know each other, or is that going to be handled like in story, or have we've been camping together for the last week or two? Because
I'll let you know in the first session.
That's what I wanted to make sure. It's like, all right, we don't have a sweet intertwined backstory of how we got off the ship together.
No, I think we'll save that for the first introductory.
Cool.
Introductory. We have a grand plan, so we'll put that in place. We'll do that then. I'm a firm believer in you don't have to know each other to be thrown together.
Sure.
So, and sometimes you're thrown together for very odd reasons, and this will certainly be one of those.
Cool. All right.
Sweet. So, I can't think of anything else specific to development right now. Don't think. I think
the places you guys are from, Dorsang, Perrin, are large islands, island kingdoms, and Wallachia is on actually the same continent that the imperial capital is on.
Okay.
So you come from a very large continent that is kind of not where you're from specifically, but right next door to the country that was kind of the central powerhouse.
Gotcha.
And if you're interested, we do have all that information on World of Chaldea website with beautiful maps. So if you want to see where you're from,
I do.
Yeah, you can go look it up.
worldofchaldea.com.
Yes.
And look at our atlas and all the beautiful map art.
In case you didn't hear that, because I don't think it's on the mic. You are on the mic?
I have a little one.
Oh.
So included. You heard me just fine.
Okay, good, excellent.
This is my little baby.
So proud of you.
You're doing great, sweetie. I had a question about the heirloom item.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything?
Yeah, I don't care what it is.
I want to roll mine off the trinket chart, I think.
Yeah, just you can roll it randomly, or you could just think of something like you might want to have. Nothing substantial, big. Something small and something you could carry with you.
Not
something that you
I
can.
also want to do that. Can I borrow the chart after you?
What page is it?
160.
I'm just gonna roll it and you tell me what I got.
Okay.
Ooh, funner.
Yeah. Okay. 88.
88. A book that tells the story of a legendary hero's rise and fall with the last chapter missing.
Ooh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, they're all kind of weird.
They
I
were
like
super
making
cool.
up a backstory for them. Yeah.
What's yours, Megan?
A purple handkerchief embroidered with the name of a powerful archmage.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Clearly not Rennie's character.
You see his stats? It might be.
Yeah. Quite powerful.
Yeah.
It's all in my head.
Handkerchief in a book.
Joke's on you. I can't read. So. Haven't even noticed last chapter's missing yet.
Are you gonna all roll off that table, or are some of you gonna make something?
I'm
up?
gonna make something up, but I need to learn more about Cookie first.
Oh. We can tell you all about Cookie. If you've got questions about Cookie.
I just need to know, like, what type of thing would he have left when he
Fluffy.
No, I don't think his trinket can be a monster.
A boot for
left? Can it
Fluffy.
be a monster?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to
It needs to be an object.
You never know
Yeah,
unless you
Cookie,
ask.
Cookie was an alchemist.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he
He
thought
was
he was
like-
a doctor.
He was the cook on our ship who then was like, oh, by the way, if you need help with this necromantic
Like
ritual,
life-death potion ritual.
I can just make some of these potions for you. And we were like, okay, Cookie.
And we just trusted
Yeah.
him to drink it
Okay.
and did not question
Sounds
that.
He was
good.
my drinking buddy. He's a
Yeah.
cool guy.
He
Yeah.
also made great shark fin soup. So.
No.
It's a ladle. It is an old wooden ladle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, one ladle. Okay.
Yeah, smack
Nice.
people with it.
Yeah. Shillelagh.
A book, a ladle, a handkerchief, and
I have a vial of dragon's blood.
That checks out. Really?
Yeah. Sounds about accurate.
Yeah, you're well. Like that tracks actually really
do
hard.
you?
Yes, and very specifically,
And your
which
patron.
got him, got him on this path, is because there is passed down that we might be able to resurrect this dragon,
Okay.
which is why, as a warlock, we're trying to make this happen.
Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Probably not.
But you're a warlock and your patron's a dragon.
Yes.
It's your
Nothing
dragon's
can
mate.
go wrong.
All right.
Super dragon, never before.
Hey, listen, it's an heirloom. An heirloom. It's not like I took this one.
Right. No, I got it.
Tie-dye dragon.
No.
And maybe there's a connection here, Boozer.
Maybe there is.
No.
By the way, well, he'll call me Boozer, but that, you can. By the way, my name is Mike. My last name is Boozer, Boozer. So you
Pretty
can call me
epic, I'm not gonna
Boozer.
lie.
I will not be offended. Most of my friends call me Boozer, so if you want to just call me Boozer, that's fine.
But which do you prefer?
Yeah, that's a real
I don't.
question.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Alright,
You
great.
know.
Doesn't like either.
I don't want. Please just don't call.
Change the name.
The only
Is
thing
there a
I
third
don't want to
option
be
you do
called
like?
is I don't want to be called Michael.
Okay. I was gonna
That's
say
which is my given name, but
I
I
don't like to be called late for meals.
yeah, me either. Late for meals or that. But you can call me. I played with Rennie a long time, so he calls me Boozer, so that's fine. And if you want to call me Boozer, feel free. But if you want to call me Mike or that damn DM,
That guy.
or
Any options? I feel like I'll fluctuate.
or whatever.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I'm a game
Flavor
father.
of the day.
There we go. It's gonna go downhill from there.
It totally is.
Wise
So-
and generous DM.
Wise and generous. Oh.
That's only for after I rolled a 1.
Hey, I'm kind. That's too close to kind and generous, which is me. I'm the kind and generous.
Yes.
Oh.
I tried.
Yeah.
Tried to say that.
Wise and punctilious.
Neat. Neato.
Yeah, you'll want to go look at your backgrounds and get those together,
yeah.
and all of your character, all the character things that you need to do, your backgrounds and your
Would you like us to share our backgrounds if we've decided?
Yeah, if you've chosen your backgrounds, that would be great. I would like to hear.
We're going with mercenary veteran.
Of course you are.
My lovely Irish, Celtish person.
A mercenary
Fighter.
veteran.
Warrior.
Okay.
Yes. She's a
Makes
mercenary
complete
veteran.
sense.
She left home, was like, I need money. And they were like, what are you good at? And she was like, swinging the spear. And they were like, have I got the job for you?
Aren't the Irish always mercenary veterans?
Good question. That we.
Thought
Somebody,
about that. I'm just thinking about the, let's see, Gen Con user guidelines. We just-
hard maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Aren't the Irish always super great?
Yeah.
We'll just retcon.
Fix it in post.
Oh, you went to fighters, so you don't have to pick a deity.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
All right.
We decided we're not healing the party this time.
Probably
Good
like
luck, everybody else.
an outlander or a hermit, I'm guessing.
Surprisingly enough, I'm an entertainer.
There you go.
Ooh.
I mean, it's even on the picture.
There's no cheese thief background.
I was specifically asked no cheese, and I care about Dylan.
Wow,
so
Dylan.
No
You're
cheese.
watching.
No cheese.
That's in his past.
I say yes.
And everything he asks for. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He did ask no cheesy name, so
No cheesy
Oh,
name.
yeah.
But did he say no cheese or no cheesy name?
Yeah.
Dylan.
Because
Oh,
no
okay.
cheesy name is totally
But you say
fine.
with no cheese interactions.
Yeah. Who knows what we'll have?
Cass is Romanian for cheese.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well,
Writing that on the possible names.
yeah, and remember, that was just a suggestion. You have what you get to decide, and he has what he gets to decide.
It's true. Yeah, we definitely stole some cheese in the past. We're a cheesemonger by trade. But we've moved on from that as we entertained our way across the world looking for our long-lost brother Cookie. So.
Yeah. Also
Great.
raised in the cheesy traditions, but
Ah.
went into a different sort of alchemy. Yeah, I'll probably be an outlander. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
You're a druid? Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I do remember that we established in the script that Cookie was from a family where in the
Yeah.
death trade, like
Yeah.
mother or father was a morologist, a professional mourner,
Yeah.
Oh, so death trade.
like
He kept trying to
taking
be like,
care of
I'm
people
a
dying.
doctor. And we were
Right,
like, sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think, wasn't he saying that they're like psychopops or something? They were the ones that like helped us. No, wait, I'm getting our games confused. We were talking about psychopops in that other game we played.
So how does the death trade equal cheese?
You know how like different cultures have traditional morning foods?
Okay. Yeah, cheese. Sold.
Okay.
And you got to put it in a big dark cave for a long
But
time,
also,
which
Definitely.
do
you
you
rotate
need
it.
like a familial reason to like cheese?
No.
Yeah, maybe they also
Does
just
it
make
have to be
cheese.
tied into your backstory?
That's just the other thing they do.
Yeah.
We deal with death and cheese.
Yeah.
Which would you like?
I'm saying.
Are you hungry or sick?
I did have a question. Do you want us to do any of like the ideals, flaws?
You don't.
months?
If you want to use them in character development, you can. You don't don't need to.
Okay.
You don't have to use those. Rennie, have you chosen a background, or are you just? still
I'm just like trying to. I'm trying to like figure this out. It's like the obvious ones. He's like, well, be a sage, but there's just seems like there's some interesting options.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting options.
Yeah.
You know, I could
sure.
be
There's something to be said
noble,
for choosing the more interesting ones.
or I could be a
Random ones.
charlatan.
Wait a
A
minute.
Yes,
warlock.
are you
Option?
waiting to not tell us what your background is? 'Cause
Well, I'm
that's
just
also
trying to
acceptable.
like. It's just so many options.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It's real fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to
So-
determine it.
No, I think I'm gonna go on the nose here and go with sage.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a sage. Yes, because with my dragon's blood, I'm searching and learning and trying to, I have this.
That makes sense.
Have
Yeah.
this destiny.
I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Also, I think Andy could really, pour himself into a
Be very
sagely-
sagely.
Very sagely.
Sagely.
It'll be a very different energy from last season.
Yes. And less nose ring.
Less nose rings.
I think that should be your trinket.
I think
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
No, don't do that. I mean,
it's
seriously.
not a nose ring he wears. It's just a nose ring he has in his pocket.
He turns it into a locket.
Like, it's just like, oh, look, this nose ring I have with me. Just put that back in my pocket.
I think that I can
Counting
just.
on minutes.
I'm going to just like be walking through like a shop, and I'm going to touch a nose ring.
Yeah.
Just to summon
a little
it.
nod.
And you have to look into the camera as you do it. Like,
So that later
nose
you
ring.
can summon it.
Check the
and-
nose ring.
Yeah.
It'll be the running gag.
I know.
Helios' nose ring. It needs a name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Question, not
Sure.
to derail the conversation.
That's already derailed.
If we're taking a because I can take any simple weapon, so I was
Yes.
going to take a simple ranged weapon, because then I get a staff from being an Outlander, so then I have a melee and a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Can I have ammo for it, or?
Yeah, you could start with some ammunition. If you have a range, if you're taking a
was taking a
bow,
short bow, yeah.
Short bow, you can have you can start with I'll give you 20 arrows.
Okay, cool, thank you.
If you're taking a bow, you can have 20 arrows or bolts if you're taking a crossbow. If your background or anything gives you something specific, you can of course take that for a weapon as well.
Yeah, great.
So I have something from the script in the last series where Cookie was talking about his background.
Okay, cool.
And so I was medicine shaman in old country. I shepherded both body and spirit, at least 150 people, mostly old and senile, but sometimes young, very sad. I am from a small village in central Wallachia, Snagov, S-N-A-G-O-V. My father was a grave digger, my mother morologist. The whole family was in death trade.
And cheese.
There you go.
And cheese.
Gravedigger, huh?
Yeah, father was a grave.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, so in Chaldea, with the fall or the death of the emperor,
Yeah.
how does the world itself feel about it? I mean, are most people upset about it, or is it such a? I know it's a big deal, but is there sort of this? It just depends. Is that sort of the answer? Or is there more
there's a lot of strong feelings about it. There are like people that are just like excited, like wow, he was a horrible person, you know, especially younger people who don't remember what it was like before him in the dark times. And so like in the Zane story in Dorsang, where Lexi's character is from, they like party like rock stars because he outlawed other religions.
Oof.
And so if you didn't worship, it was state worship of the god Set was the only allowed deity. So a lot of people didn't like those sort of restrictions. And then there are other people that are terrified that the empire is going to fall apart and, trade will get disrupted and monsters will come out of hiding and, that even though he was not a nice guy, he was a very powerful guy, the emperor, and kept everything in check.
So
yeah.
you brought up deities, so let's talk a little bit about that. So you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to follow a deity at all. But if you want to follow a deity, and especially maybe for the druid, you might want to follow some nature deity or something like that.
And just know that most people that are open and religious worship Set.
Yeah.
So if you worship a different god, which you might have as a druid, just know that you have done that in secret most of your life. And only recently, perhaps, you dared to become more. I mean, the Church of Set is still there, and it's still very powerful. But in Graver's Dig, Breakthwina has come back from exile because she's a god, and Kradava kicked her out of Chaldea. She went to some other plane for 40 years, and now she's back. And she took the Temple of Set and turned it into a bar.
Yes.
And she had the Wall of Heretics, where anybody that goes in and writes their name on the Wall of Heretics and openly denounces Set gets a free magic potion.
And you said
Sprung
she's
that on you.
a Celtic goddess,
You sprung
right?
that on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like it.
If you want to have a free random potion
I
from
do.
if
Why
Mike
not?
allows it, you
Yeah,
can roll up a
sure,
random
why not?
potion out of the
Why not?
DMC if
Love
you
it.
write your name publicly on the Heretics wall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice. I love it.
Forgot about that. I should have told you.
Yeah, it's okay. That
I
stuff
like that you're
happens.
finding out now.
It's a surprise for everyone.
Yay!
So we have. So I just want to. So we have given Chaldea, we have Eastern European character
Right.
from
Wallachia.
so it's Bulgaria,
Yeah, Romania.
Romania, a Celtic, so Irish, a Welsh
Yep.
character. Rennie's character is
British.
Yeah,
from
Perrin,
Oxford.
Perrin.
Yeah, from
Yeah, Perrin. So that's British and
Targonian.
Targonian. Oh, and a Targonian. Okay.
Yeah.
character. Great.
Central Africa.
All right, just trying to get the DM juices going a little on that. Okay.
But there are all of them a long ways from home.
All of them are a long ways from home.
You less so far.
Yeah.
Less far.
Less far.
Still
but-
decent.
And a lot of the population, like the people that, a lot of the people that come to work in Graversstead are Targonian.
Okay.
I mean, some Gravers as well.
Okay.
Because that is the local population. Again, it's a boom town, so there's people from all over Chaldea there. The local population of this part of the world is a mix of either the civilized people are Targonians, and then they're also out in the wilderness. There are barbaric tribes, which are tend to be Caucasian.
Okay. Cool. Question for you,
Yeah.
Game Father. So our classes and our subclasses are out of the PHB. Do you also just want spells from here, or can the spells come from?
Let's
the-
just use the player's
Okay,
handbook
great.
for now.
Okay.
The reason I'm doing that, well, I want to start using that as our basis. If we get into some other things, I need to get a little more familiar with 5th edition, to be honest. So I might go look at some other reference materials, and then I'll say, hey, you can start using this too.
Okay, cool.
But I think there's enough in there to start.
There's a
Yeah,
lot.
there is, yeah.
So based on what I've looked at so far, so I think we'll be fine.
Cool.
Spells,
I
spells,
rolled a
spells.
random magical potion, and I just wanted approval on whether or not I can have it, because it's pretty intense. It's the potion of youth, makes the user grow some years younger. Or should I roll for something else?
No,
Awesome.
I've got a problem with that. So you're putting your name on the wall.
Already,
If you drink it now, though, you'll just be a toddler. And,
Yep, not drinking it yet, but I've got that one in my back pocket. It just says some years younger. It does not specify.
You, I think, roll a d6 or something, right? Don't you?
Oh, you only got like 6 years younger. Great.
I just want to see a toddler with a shillelagh walking around, though, just smacking everybody.
Right. So the weapon I did end up going with officially is the pike.
Oh, cool.
Okay, a pike.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you have a.
I was like, oh, actually. Hey, perfect.
Yeah.
I got one right there. That was my plan all along. I totally noticed it back there.
Like
And
a halberd, kind
Technically,
of.
this is a halberd.
Halberd,
Calling it
yeah.
a halberd?
That's fine with me.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think halberd is in
Halberd is
here.
what I said,
even.
actually.
Yeah.
You know, that was the,
I said
for sure. Yeah,
We
that's
can
what
take
the word
flag
I used.
off of it or not. We can take the flag off, or it should be down for us.
Yeah, halberd is in here. It's a d10 slashing.
Camera, but here you go. Here's the
There's a
halberd.
halberd.
It's nice having a weapons rack, right?
Yeah.
Chaldea Studios, everyone.
It for sure is.
Yeah, it's actually exactly the same, only it's slashing instead
Does
of
the bard
piercing.
have a weapon?
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Rapier is usually my go-to, but I got to figure out what kind of weapons they'd have in Vlachia. Same thing with instruments.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'll look it
Well,
up for you.
that's good. Yeah.
So historically, it was Wallachia, but
Oh, sorry.
no, you said it right for Chaldea. Sometimes we just change it a little bit.
That's where Dracula's from.
Let's see, the Killage. I'm not sure what that is.
Kopesh.
Oh, it's a
Killage.
Kopesh?
No, that's Egyptian.
that's
Killage,
Egyptian.
halberd, steel crossbow, or hand cannon.
Yes.
Hand
Cannon.
cannon.
I'm imagining a
No,
Mega Man
this is pre-
situation.
This is pretty. Sorry, this is pretty.
It's pre-bard.
That's Vladimir. Yeah, we're pre-gunpowder. Swords.
Oh, I made a mistake.
Swords and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a rapier would be certainly appropriate,
But
even that
as a
area.
bard, certainly. So as a bard, you're from Wallachia, but the bard school is in Dorsang, which is
Okay.
actually where she's from.
Okay.
So you,
So you would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What weapons
and
are?
rapiers are common there.
Okay.
so you're gonna play spoons, or are you gonna play
So
the
we're
pan flute?
we're gonna
I
do
was thinking
either
of panpipes, though, yeah.
the mandolin, if there's an actual lute around, or just a ukulele.
Great.
And we can't play it. We don't know how.
I love it.
But we tell stories, so occasionally we'll be like, "Boing," But let me tell you, the ballad of
Hence being kicked out of art school.
exactly. You can't play an instrument. Nah, I don't get these. But
I don't really want to learn
Use
either.
both
It's
your
just-
hands.
It's a lot of effort.
It's a
Magic doesn't even
lot.
work on me. Why do I need it?
yeah,
Actually, sabers were common. Sabers.
Oh, cool,
and
yeah,
rapiers
so,
are very, very
yeah.
close,
Cool.
So, yeah.
rapier it is.
Okay. I should make a note of this.
And Rennie, you are your weapon?
I embody the mystic energies of the universe.
All right. Nice.
Yeah. I just
think that
close my
works.
hand and planets crumble, the stars shatter.
The stars shatter.
The stars shatter.
It's all that draconic energy flowing through your veins.
Do you feel it from here?
It's tingly.
Or someone.
Tickles a little.
Peter and I will have to have a conversation about said dragon.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like,
I have said idea, but it may be too grand.
Oh no, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
you said Chaldea's big on dragons.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what kind of dragons?
So,
Oh.
so the in Chaldea history, if you go back all the way, as far back as you can go, the only indigenous species to Chaldea are dwarves and dragons.
Interesting.
Everybody else has their roots traced back to the ultimate. Well, most peoples have their roots traced back to what was called the Clawhammer War, which was a war between the dragons and the dwarves. And the dragons brought armies from other worlds to fight the dwarves. And then things went from there.
Is there
Okay.
like a specific great, ancient or elder dragons that
Oh, there are a bunch of elder dragons out there. The elder dragons are like gods of Chaldea in a way. And if you were to talk to scholars and powerful gravers and demigods from other worlds, and somebody bring up Chaldea, it's like, oh no, don't go there. That's where all the dragons are.
Yeah.
Okay.
There be
It's
dragons.
Dragon Central.
Chaldea is known for its dragons, and
It's a good choice.
But now the war between the dragons and the dwarves was 1,000 years ago, the Climber War, and after the war, a lot of the dragons, it kind of like the war just kind of fizzled out because a lot of the dragons learned that there were other worlds to go to, and where they wouldn't be competing with other dragons, and so a lot of dragons left Chaldea. A lot of them were killed by the dwarves, and there are a bunch of them that are still around, and so. All the like normal dragons, like if you think of an adult dragon or an ancient dragon, they're all descendants from these elder dragons. They all go back to those elder dragons.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think I'm wanting to connect to a dragon as a family so I can call him back. Maybe it's an old, ancient religion that we secretly practice in order to call and summon.
Well, having a I don't know where you're going, but
Patron.
having an elder dragon or an ancient dragon as a patron who just wants to meddle in Chaldea,
Yeah,
that's easy.
yeah, that seems perfect.
He's old and retired and just wants to meet people now.
I'm thinking of our old friend.
Which one? There's so many. We'll talk later.
I think you could talk now.
I'm fine
If
with
you wanted to
listening.
talk now, we'll just
I think
work on our
we'll
papers.
I think we'll talk later.
I'm getting bored of
So,
talking about
What,
this stuff.
in my background, one of the things I rolled was unlocking an ancient mystery is worth the price of a civilization.
Oh,
Wow.
I know, right?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lexi, do you have any other things that we should add to Anne's? I got halberd,
She also is going to have a crossbow.
crossbow.
Yes.
I'm,
And chainmail, but we would say she's wearing the chainmail underneath the
yeah, that's
armor that she's got showing on there. But other than that, I think.
How about you, Bryce?
So we got the rapier. We got a small stringed instrument, if that is.
Small's good.
Yeah, that's what ukulele, mandolin, just
A great harp.
just wheel it around on
but
his
I'm
back.
hearing is we have some flexibility. On
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah. Okay, great.
think that's it.
Megan, got any ideas?
Oh, and a ladle.
A ladle.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna assume to lay those stuff in your back. We won't make the actors wear backpacks.
Oh,
with
okay.
all the like carry
Okay.
on all the food and all that sort of stuff
Yeah.
like that. We just make it the conceit that
Okay.
But any sort of item is likely to get used, and sometimes we just like don't bother.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was like, I don't know how much we need
Carry
to
it
pre-prepare
all the
this because I don't know if it'll actually come in handy, but she will have a net, a crowbar, and a hammer on her.
And that
Just-
crowbar. Yeah, that's all in your pack. And
Yeah, so just
don't worry about it.
so we know.
What
I
was
get
saying?
creative. We'll see.
Okay, so she's in the leather armor. She's got a wooden shield. I don't know how much she's going to wield it, but she has it as an option. She has a short bow and a staff, and that handkerchief and an eagle talon trophy from an eagle that she shot down when she was like learning how to hunt. And
You said I was writing down wooden shield and what?
she has a short bow and a staff, a wooden staff.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to be practical here.
Yeah. I'm just saying the things that she has, and you can write down whatever you like. Yeah.
How about you,
Veto
Rennie?
powers, yes.
Well, certainly a vial of blood,
Yeah. Okay.
and I have a small knife.
Okay, so those could be hidden.
Yeah, those can be hidden. I don't really have anything else.
I might put a knife just on there.
Would he have a staff is the big question. No, it gets in the way.
Yeah.
It gets in the way.
Like a small focus.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Is the
if
vial of blood the
warlocks
arcane
even
focus?
need for a focus.
I was trying to think about that too.
Like, I don't
feel like
know
you
if they
could
need
put, like-
anything.
Or is it just,
Yeah,
or is it
no,
just
hand
the
gesture.
connection with the
Dragon
patron?
claw.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's
just
like a
gestures
somatic
and-
component, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a material component. But it's like a shriveled someone else's hand.
Oh, yeah. Just a big I think
It's just an arcane focus is what I have, some kind of focus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
just raptor claw.
But what is
like,
focus?
Yeah. It's
What
a
is the
dragon
focus?
talon. It's like strapped to his. Yeah, so you never see it.
Yeah. At first I was going with, what if he had like a dragon claw or like a
Yes.
dragon
Scale.
nail scale just that
Dragon
holds onto.
scale.
Dragon scale.
Yeah,
dragon
dragon
claw.
scale or dragon
Yeah.
tooth or
A dragon tooth, that's
something
it.
like
a
that.
dragon tooth
Yeah.
that he holds on to.
Okay, dragon.
It's like this big, strapped to his back.
That's right. So those baby molars. And,
Yeah, don't mind this guy.
Yeah, this brings up the thing of like characters carry a lot more stuff than we really want to make the actors deal with.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know.
Make
It
them
is-
carry packs. No, I'm sorry, don't do that.
is it good,
Yeah, I think we're good. You know, besides letting Rennie know that his patron his name is Squeak. He's about this high, and
But you don't know.
Oh,
that
man,
yet.
I
You
was
think he's
super
big.
hopeful.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. He always has like a really booming voice.
It's actually
though.
this big.
Yeah.
Recognize what you do, Rennie's character.
oh, great and mighty. Squeak.
So, yeah, so would like to get we would like to get the characters in D&D Beyond and get copies of the characters so we can put them on the website. So, do you all feel comfortable putting your characters in D&D Beyond? and
Sure,
sharing
yeah.
With us? Yeah.
That's
I've never used it, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
I
straightforward.
figured it out.
It's
so
real nice.
Everybody can. Okay, yeah. So do that, and then share the character with Mike, and, or me, or Steve, whatever. We'll
figure it out.
We'll share. But he should definitely have a copy of the character. So, all right, is that good?
yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well,
So
thank you for
excited.
joining us here tonight for our Session 0 event for Chaldea Actoroke right here on twitch.tv/GenConTV. We broadcast every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Come back next week and we will have another RPG session. So we'll go actually to session 1. How novel, right? So that'll be a week from today, and then 2 weeks from today we'll have the script read for the screenplay adaptation of the story that the 5 of you come up with next week, and then a week after that we'll have the movie version with the actors that you were introduced to earlier. So that'll be really nice. And we will have many illustrations by Tinnel Lovitt, who has been drawing. So I can't wait to see what she's been drawing. I can't see because I'm not seeing from the monitor. So I look forward to see what she comes up with. And I will be working with the props department here to figure out how to finish the characters that we have here. So.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Looking
Brian.
forward to it. Should be fun.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Excited.
Thanks,
And thanks, Peter.
And thank you for joining us. Good night.
Night.
Thank you. Have a good